McCLUE, and we're live on YouTube just for you. Welcome. Monday night, Monday the 28th of December. Nothing gets past me, the 28th of December. So we've just got another 3 days to go, and then that is the end of 2020. Will you be glad to see the back of 2020, I ask you? Or has it been a great year for you? Who knows? Do come on and give us your experiences. You've got live chat. We're on for a good few minutes, so depending on what you want to do, you can come and join us. Dinky-Doo, I say. And we will see what is what. So welcome to every single one of you. Fantastic. Scottie McClue, World Broadcaster, First Lord of the Internet. Here it is here. You can't go wrong, and that's who the funny man is. How fantastic is that? Because you're going, oh my goodness, I haven't seen him before. Oh, it's Scottie. How marvellous. It's Scottie McClue, Dinky-Doo. Now, you should have got some notifications. So if you've got notifications, that is excellent. Welcome, I say. There's Anthony. Good evening, Scottie. Hope you've had a great Christmas day. We had a wonderful Christmas day, Anthony, although I spent it on my ToThe this year. So there we are. I was on my ToThe for Christmas, and it's quite interesting, actually, because you can watch what you want on the telly and you can eat when you want to eat. So there you are. So Christmas Day, just myself, and it wasn't on my own because Lord Clyde the dog was there celebrating his 100th birthday. So how good is that? Did I see Numpty Head pop up there? Professor Numpty Head, good evening. Dinky-Doo to you too, Scottie McClue. And a very dinky-doo to you, Numpty Head. Always lovely to have you with us. And of course, spread the word, let everybody know, tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live. I have my trusty Skype with me here. So there we are. So I might be in the mood, I might be up for a wee call. That would be rather good, wouldn't it? There we go, Numpty Head. So I will check if we've got the Skype loaded. There's J-Dog. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, how was your Christmas? We've just been saying, J-Dog. I spent it on my ToThe with the dog. Because of the lockdown, changed all the plans. I'm enjoying the Christmas and year before going on a strict diet. Aha! Good for you, Anthony. In the new year, so there you go. Wonderful. Is Mrs. Mac going to sort you out? Fantastic. We like that. There we are. And Scottie, please rule out action over George Galloway's Queen of the South football visit. Yes, I saw that. I won't comment on that one, to be quite honest, because that's between him and whoever he was dealing with there, Kareem. But I did see that tonight. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. The Queen's speech was a ratings winner. Well, Numpty Head, of course it is. If she wasn't Her Majesty the Queen, there's no doubt commercial television would be round saying, now, name your fee, because she's a great draw. So there we are, Scottie McClue. Fantastic. And I mean, if you had that just for a few minutes on Christmas Day, well, as I say, if she wasn't the Queen, perhaps it'd be different, but obviously the Queen doesn't do commercial things, if you get my meaning. But the Queen's speech was a bit shorter than usual, I felt. Well, I think so, J-Dog. I mean, Her Majesty is coming up 95. So, it's pretty fantastic that we do her with us. And she's the longest ruling monarch ever. When I was little, Queen Victoria held that honour. She reigned for 60 glorious years, and 1897 was Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee, celebrating 60 years. And I think she said she thought it should be in Westminster Abbey because she didn't know if she'd manage the steps of St. Paul's for her 60th. Now, our Queen has been with us now for, is it 68 years? She's been on the throne, yes, 68. Yes, it'll be 69 years this year. Is that right? 1952, 69 years this year, and then 70 years next year. So there we are, fantastic. So that will be, what's 70 now? What anniversary is 70? Is that your Ruby? I'm just wondering, is that what you call a Ruby anniversary? Got to get the weight down. I got diagnosed diabetic and need to get the sugar levels down by diet. Yes, because if it's type 2 diabetes, Anthony, am I not right in thinking that you can bring things back into order and you can sort of cure the diabetes? There we are. Type 1, I don't think you can do anything about. Scottie, I missed the Queen's speech, but I've seen the alternative one. It had an important message and meaning for 2021. Well, we'll maybe have a look at alternative stuff, although we have to, take it with a pinch of salt, of course, Corinne. Her Majesty's is the speech. Do you think we'll get a referendum in 2021, Scottie? We need to escape this mess. That is Brexit. Oh, yes, Brexit is just working the UK from the back for the billionaires. That's what Brexit was all about. There's no gain in Brexit whatsoever. And we hadn't lost our sovereignty. All these people go, we'll get our country back. It's not been anywhere. We never lost any sovereignty or anything like that at all. It rained during the Queen's coronation back in 1953. Yes, June 53, was that right? June 53, I can't remember the exact date. Type 2 diabetic is reversible. Yes, there you are, Anthony, you see. They should all listen to Scottie McCLUE, to what I tell them. McCLUE knows best. Yes, we know about these things, you see. So there we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've just joined me, Scottie McCLUE, the World's Top Talk Show. We're live just for you, Dinky-Doo. I want to hear about your Christmas and what's been happening. Now then, what else have we got here? So our referendum, George, in answer to your question, I don't see why we shouldn't get a referendum. You see, if you think about it, a referendum shouldn't require permission at all from Westminster. It's a referendum about Scotland. So there you are. So it shouldn't really require any permission, whether it's acted on or whether we go forward to full independence. But I was noticing one or two of the problems I've got with some of the nationalists is I noticed some of them swear on social media. And I had a discussion with one this morning. I said, when you swear, when you're making a point about Scotland or independence and you swear, you completely devalue that point. And then he quoted comedians to me. He was saying about comedians, well, it's not, independence is not comedy. It's a very serious matter, and we don't want to see swearing about it. And also there's one or two anti-monarchists in the nationalist movement. They need to be weeded out as well, you see. And once that's happened, then we might have a hope of a referendum. And if Westminster can't start showing a bit of respect, getting their act together, then Scotland perhaps should be off. As far as I go, I'm only interested in improving our economy that's had the life sucked out of it, particularly since 1979, when Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister. She sucked the life out of Scotland. There we are, Scottie McCLUE, live just for you, saying Dinky-Doo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Spread the word. Tell 10 to 10 that McCLUE is here just for you and saying Dinky-Doo. So there we are. Now, what else is happening here? Dinky-Doo, Glenn Peacock in the Midlands there from Sheffield. Sheffield, a good Yorkshireman. Dinky-Doo, Glenn. You see, I don't want to say goodbye to England. I don't want to say goodbye to Northern Ireland. I don't want to say goodbye to Wales. But we don't need the attitude that Westminster's been showing us, And I notice they're going to wheel out a former Prime Minister. And we had that sketch in 2014. And we were promised the earth Nothing materialized, you know. So there we are. What do we got here? Susan Shaw. No, Anthony says, we always call our toilet our royal throne. Oh, well, there you are, Anthony. Very good. Yes. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, where is Mr. Martin? Ah, Mr. Martin Wayne. Did you get a listen to the discussion with Mr. Martin? YouTube. Scottie McClue talks to Mr. Martin. Scottie, do you think the Waverley will ever sail again without crashing? Well, Numpty, I don't know about without crashing, because what was the phrase that was used? She made heavy contact with the dock. So there we are. It's very strange. I don't remember. See, when I was wee, I was a complete steamer enthusiast, and I knew them all inside out. And there was very, very rarely an incident with any of the paddle steamers. And I think a lot of the Clyde skippers, they stayed with them usually for quite a long time. But I think a lot of the Clyde paddle steamers, the skippers, they really knew their stuff. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think the Waverley will be easy to manoeuvre, because we had our wonderful chap on here who knew her inside out, and the other steamers, and Ian. And Ian was actually saying that you can't split the crank. That's why you see the Waverley a little tender canting her at Glasgow in the Firth. So they are 70 years is platinum. Is it? What's Ruby? Is Ruby 40 years? There we are, 70 years is platinum. Scottie, you'll always have people against the monarchy. We've discussed this and the benefits it will bring, tourism and to the local economy. North of England will benefit with trade, etc., with us. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Scotland was a trading nation long before the Union. And the Union was put together by jiggery-pokery. That's the problem. So there you are. It was put together by jiggery-pokery. But if you don't have the Queen, you're going to write off about 50% of the vote. And that's kind of what happened in 2014. A lot of them said, oh, no, we are loyal to the Queen, so we'll not be voting with the nationalists. And it's an unfortunate term, Scottish nationalist, because English nationalists are obviously very, very right-wing. And most nationalism is connected with fascism. Scottish nationalism is the antithesis of that. It's a centre-right, a centre-left party. Scottie, how are you from Ireland and Cork? McAvoy, how lovely to have you back with us. Do you know, funnily enough, don't panic, but you came into my mind this morning, and I thought, I was sending a tweet the other night about County Cork, and I thought, McAvoy. And then this morning, I thought, I haven't seen McAvoy for a wee while, and here you are. So we must be septic. Fantastic, communicating there. The Queen will always stay ahead, and I look forward to that in a new Scotland. Or her heirs and successors. I think that's very important as well. If you've just joined us, Dinky-Doo, Scottie McClue, here for you. There we are. Yes. Oh, no. I'm not just an... Ruby is 40 years, says Anthony. Good, Anthony. I had an idea about that. Is Johnson the butler working from home? Well, Numpty Head. Johnson the butler's in the bubble, you see. So there's not a problem with that. Johnson. It's wonderful stuff. Kareem, no, you're absolutely quite right. I mean, the Queen will be our head of state. McAvoy says, I hope you're keeping well, Scottie. Good to hear from you too. Yes, I'm going to come over to Cork sometime, because I loved seeing your Christmas decorations and everything. Andrew Downey, you must be so pleased to be back on the radio. You can't keep a good man down. A lot of noses out of joint. Oh, absolutely, Andrew. If you've just joined us, folks, Scottie McClue is going back live on radio in a few weeks' time, complete with phones. So you'll be able to phone in, and it's massive. So there you are. There will be a lot of noses out of joint. So the world is going to get its radio phone-in back just when it is crying out for it. Have you noticed There are no decent talk shows on the radio at the moment. There's heavily political stuff. We'll be interviewing the Prime Minister, we'll be interviewing the Secretary of State, all that great whoopee, but what about the people who are out there? You know, very important. What's the boss's name so we can write to him? Oh, numpty-head. Write to me and I'll tear the letter up if you're going to complain. So there you go. That's the stuff. Yes, very pleased to be back on the radio. And if you can all tell 10 to tell 10, I think that's very important as well. I'll just check and see if we're up here tonight. I'm not paying attention to all the sharing. Let's hope Mr. Martin comes on. Absolutely, Wayne. Yes, there'll be plenty of Mr. Martins on there. Scottie, a psychic who dies in the 90s, predicts that 2021 will be worse than 2020. Yes, but Kareem, think about it. If Scottie McClue's on the wireless, that will ease the pain for millions of people, and millions will be able to hear this. You see? So that's going to be a good thing about 2021. Yes, but the psychic, I didn't know about the psychic. Oh, my goodness me. So there we are. Now, can I get this going here? Ah, yes. Right, that's that. Now, oh, there we all are. Good. I'm just going to do a bit of sharing as we speak. Now then, Scottie, a man for the people. So here we go. Scottie, a man of the people, all for one and one for all. Touch yin, touch all, Andrew. As they say, I'd rather meddle with the deal than the bear in the Falkirk. So that's it. Touch yin, touch all. Now there we are. Kareem says, Bulgarian psychic known as Baba Vanga, who's known as the Nostradamus. Yes, Nostradamus, of course. Now there was an interesting character. I'm glad the royal family are staying away from Scotland because of the coronavirus. The royal family are not above the rules. They're not staying away from Scotland at all, Anthony. They were up last week. Did you not see me thanking the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge for their visit to Scotland? It's on YouTube. I'm wearing a blue jumper, and you will be able to see it there. How's Mrs. McClue? Mrs. McClue is fantastic. She's Dinky-Doo. And who have we got here? Sortie says, I think, are you meaning Scottie Glenn when you say Sortie? If you've just joined us, folks, get subscribing, spread the word, share this. Tell 10 to tell 10, say Scottie McClue's live. Let's see how far we can get the figures up. That would be tremendous. I want to see these figures up. Tremendous. Right, I'm just going to share now, and that will let it know what's happening. There we are. Oh, wonderful. Wonder how that's happened. Everything's back working. Remember I told you I had a keyboard challenge yesterday. You know what's what? Yes, indeed. Come and join